What up, Pokenet? Thanks for coming and checking out the video today. We're going to go look at how do we send a card in to CGC to get graded. And not just any card, we're going to be sending in a miscut. And so that's why we chose CGC, is we were told they're the best company to send to for a miscut card, because they're still going to grade the card for edges, corners, and surface. But because they know it's a miscut and an error card, then they're not going to be grading it for centering. And so because of that, it still can get graded, from what I'm told, a 10, not a pristine 10, but a 10, as long as the other three criteria meet a 10. And so that's why we're going to send it into CGC to get graded. So let's go take a look at what we're going to need and how this all works, and go to CGC and take a look. So for this, you're going to need your card, right? So you're going to need your card that you want to send in, right? So that is our Miscut Mismagius, and so we'll look at it a little bit on the other screen here in a second. But so that's the card we're sending in, which is absolutely crazy how much miscut this thing was. So you're going to need your card. You're going to need it in a penny sleeve. You're going to need it in a semi-rigid top loader, right? So not the normal top loaders we're used to, right? So these are the semi-rigid is what you want. So you need a penny sleeve, semi-rigid top loader. They also want you to get 2 pieces of cardboard that are slightly bigger than the semi-rigid top loader that you're going to sandwich it in. Along with rubber bands. So that's what it says to help secure it, is to use rubber bands and not tape. So those are the things you're going to need. Along with, we're probably going to put ours in a bubble mailer. We'll go through and look at the end. It tells you how to package all this and then how to send it off to CGC. So again, those are the things you're going to need when we're sending this off. So all right, let's go take a look at how crazy this Mismagius card looks. So Parker hit this just the other day. This was in a prize pack Series 9, so the brand new prize packs. Crazy how off center this is. So if we look here really closely, see if I can get this on camera, it has 2 alignment dots. So absolutely crazy how far off center this thing is cut. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in person, and certainly we've never hit anything like this. So that's part of why we wanted to send this off to get graded. Pretty dang lucky. We think this thing is awesome. I love this card. We're just going to go get it graded for ourselves, right? We're not looking to sell this, but pretty dang awesome. And we'll look at what this looks like as we get over to CGC. So let's bump over to CGC and let's take a look at what we got going. So I'm already on the website. You do need to have an account. So if you haven't set up an account through CGC, that's something you have to do. So I've already created one. If you haven't, jump on and do it super quick, right? It just takes an email, and you have to go verify the email. Again, it's pretty normal, but pretty easy to do. And so then the next thing we need to do is go figure out what we're doing. So we're grading cards. We go to grading services and we go to non-sports cards and go to submit today. So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to go down and you want to go to submit cards and hobby coins and start new order. So that's a different order that I had done. So this is going to be start new order. All right, and so again, you can see what you want to pick. We're going to be doing a card. We are going to be doing CGC grading, right? We're not doing a signature or anything like that. And then how we're going to submit it, we're going to send it to headquarters in Florida. And then you want to pick authentication and grading, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing for this one. Go through, read through all those. Yeah, we agree. And so again, some of the other options is like crossover if you're sending in a PSA card or something like that. Quick submission, like it's saying, is just faster, but that's certainly not what we want to do with this miscut card. And then, as it says here, you can do a paid membership and you can save more money. We're not sending off a lot of cards, so that's why we're not going to be doing any of the paid memberships. You can do bulk, so but this says you have to have at least 25 cards that you're sending in, and the maximum value is $500 per card, right? So you can't have any big ticket cards in those bulk ones. Economy, which is what we're going to choose, which is the maximum value of the card is going to be $1,000, and so this is up to $1,000. So if we were going to send in Parker's Trikachu, we couldn't do economy because it's going to grade. If it grades a 10, it's going to be worth way more than 1,000. So something like that, we'd have to do the standard. But because there's no way that this miscut is going to be worth more than 1,000, we're going to do economy. So that's the one we're going to pick, but pick which one's correct for you. It's not autographs, so we don't got to worry about that. And we'll go to add card. And so on here, it can be pretty easy to find your card if it's been graded before. So, if they had a card on there that's already been graded, it's easy to find. So, say we jump back over here and say we were going to be grading our Darkrai ultra rare from Pitch Black. Then you would just type that in, right? So we would just type in Mega Darkrai. So we just go Mega. So Mega Darkrai EX. And then you got to find the right one. So all these top ones, Japanese. But if we scroll down a bit, here's the one we would want, right? This is from Mega Darkrai EX. It's 120 out of 84 out of Pitch Black and in English. So we would just push that button and you'd be done. But we found with our Mismagius that it wasn't in the system. So let's go type it in here, Miss EX. And so as we look through these, none of these are from the prize pack yet. So they don't have the prize packs in here. It has just a bunch of different Mismagius EXs, some of them from the Phantasmal Flames, just kind of depending on what language you have. But because it's not in there, we have to go to I can't find my card. This is CGC. It's one card. I would say its value's around 250, right? I think that's hard to know on some of these, but we'll just say it's about 250. This is going to be for Pokemon, so you just kind of scroll down until you find Pokemon. This one is in English, right? So you select the correct language. All right, card name, Mismagius EX. Card number, so this is 036 out of 094. Okay, set name. So with these ones that come out of the prize pack, you would still put Phantasmal Flame. So okay, so Phantasmal Flames. This is actually going to be a little bit different here because the prize pack is from 2026. So that's why we want to go to 2026. And then this is where we put in a couple of different things. So the variant one is this is from the Play Pokemon prize pack. And this is series number 9. Okay, so then we've put in the variant for this card. The other variant I'm going to put in is this is a miscut. So I'm going to put in miscut with the MC on there too. So miscut. And then on the bottom here, we're going to put it's an air card. And for our rarity, is it still a double rare? So, and then the one thing I'm not putting in here is the maker as Pokemon, because then I think it makes it look weird, and I'll show you here in a second what I mean. So that's how we fill out what we're putting in. So if you're the first person to submit a card, right, CGC hasn't graded it yet, this is what you're going to have to go through to add it in, which I actually think is kind of cool that this card hasn't been graded yet. Okay, so I'll hit add card. And then as we scroll down here, we can see that it puts in what we just wrote, right? So we're sending in the Pokemon Mismagius EX from Phantasmal Flames, play Pokemon prize pack series 9 with a miscut. If we were to put in on the other end where it says Pokemon, it would actually say Pokemon Mismagius EX, and I think then it's already cluttered, right? We already got a lot of stuff there, so we don't need to do that. So then we'll just go review this in cart. Okay, so it shows here that this is going to cost us $20. Next, we're going to choose our shipping method. And on here, it's just easiest if we do the prepay through FedEx, because with this, it's going to be insured through CGC. So we hit prepaid FedEx. And then underneath here, we put FedEx ground. I guess you can do overnight if you want to, but we're doing ground. But it says it's not insured, but it's because it's not insured through FedEx. Again, it's insured from CGC. So that's why we want to choose this option. So it does have insurance on this card that we're sending over. Okay, so we've done that. We'll type in, I'm not going to show this part, but we'll type in where I'm sending it from. And so we'll probably blur this out here. So I'll put in my address, all the other stuff, and then we'll go to choose return shipping. And so on this part, again, it's going to ask, is it the same as where you're shipping it from? Which we're going to hit yes once this loads. There we go. So again, we'll kind of blur these out. I'm going to tell them to ship it for CGC to send it back, and I'll tell them to do it just regular ground. So that's going to be $25, and then we'll go into enter payment. And so now it's going to show us what this looks price wise, and it's getting a little expensive, right? So we've now are paying for our shipping. We're paying for shipping there, we're paying for shipping back, and for the grading. So for just this one card, it's going to cost us $60. So you can see why it would be good to add in more than one card. Right now we don't have any other cards we're looking to get graded from CGC. I think we're going to be doing a PSA send off here pretty soon, but right now we're just sending this one card to CGC because it's the misprint. So again, we can see it's getting a little pricey. So then down here we'd add in the credit card information. You want to click through here and submit. So just give me a second here. I'll get through all those things. You just gotta give me a second. Okay, so once we've gotten through that, it's going to show you here. I've completed, I paid, I got it all ready here. But I'm going to show you here. It shows you how to pack it. It gives you the instructions, right? So again, it says to put it into a protective sleeve, so into a penny sleeve, then into the semi-rigid top loader, and then it says to put the card in between two pieces of cardboard, and then put a rubber band around it and make sure they're not too tight, but you want to make sure the card doesn't slide out. So those are things that are important to know. It says to then make sure we're putting it in bubble wrap, styrofoam pellets, again, to help package this and send it off. And then it says to put it in a cardboard box, and ensure that the cards are bound and aren't bound too tightly within the package. Anyways, So this is something we got to make sure we do. We want to package it right. We're not looking to get our cards damaged as we're sending them, right? So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure this thing looks good, and then we'll take it to FedEx. I already got the package label printed off, but so on here you just hit print package slip and shipping label. So then it gave me all the info I needed. It has the package slip that I need to put on it to send it off. So at this point, it's ready to go, right? We just got to package it up and send it out of here. So I don't know. We're pretty pumped about this. We think this is going to be pretty dang sick. This Mismagius looks absolutely wild, right? I mean, this is such a sweet card. And we'll see. Again, I've heard you can still get a 10 through CGC on miscut cards. It won't get a pristine 10, right? So pristine 10 means it's a 10 in everything. Because we know it can't get the 10 in centering, they're only going to grade it for edges, corners, and surface. And so that would be sick if we can get this with a 10. It's going to be interesting to see if it can happen. I'm not sure if that's the case, but that's why we're sending it to CGC to find out. So when we get this back, I'm going to jump back on here. We'll show you the grading. We'll show you how easy it is, and we'll also how long it took, right? It'll be interesting to see how long that took. So it'll be exciting. I'm super pumped for this card. It's actually the first one that we've sent off to CGC to get graded. But again, the reason we're doing that is because of the miscut, and so we're pumped. So anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button. If you haven't, go and subscribe real quick and check out some of our other videos. And then check back in a few weeks and see what we got on this card, because we're hoping it's going to be massive. So appreciate you guys. As always, have a Poketastic day.